Hi everybody, welcome back on the study room and today we are going to discuss rainwater harvesting. So rainwater harvesting can be done as gulls or kulls of the western Himalayas. You can see the storage of water here, right, in this round circle kind of storage, and this can be used for immediate use as well as for domestic purpose. Then your rooftop rainwater harvesting in Rajasthan, Shillong. So here what is done when the rain falls on the rooftop of a house, it is then taken to a tankas or tankis we call it. Okay, so it is dug inside the ground with the help of 100 millimeter DIA, that is diameter PVC pipe, right? So water is taken from here, from rooftop to the tankas, and what happens is that when the first rainfall occurs, then the water is not taken here, because what happens, because it is found that on the first rainfall there are pollutants into it, and pollutants also come to the surface of the earth with the help of the first rainfall. Therefore, the first rainfall water does not get stored here. Other than that, all the water, when the rain, rooftop water, and when the rainfall on the rooftop, it is then taken to the storage, underground storage referred to as tankas or tankis. Then there is inundation channels in Bengal's floodplains. You can see a channel of water flowing through the surface of water, and it can be used for immediate purposes as well. And one thing is taken care here is that of cleanliness. One thing that is really taken care, because when the water is not clean, it cannot be used for drinking or any other useful purpose, right? So cleanliness is the major concern over here. Otherwise, this water is very well for all kind of usage. Then there is khadins and johads in arid and semi-arid regions. Like you can see, this is a catchment area, right? Where the rain falls and there is seepage and then the water gets stored here. This is khadin bunt. Then is shallow dug wall over here, and there the water gets stored. This is also a saline area. So this practice is done in semi-arid regions. Other than that, underground tankas used to store palar pani in arid and semi-arid regions. So you should all remember it, that this practice is done in arid and semi-arid regions, and this is the underground tanka. You can see, this is ground and this is underground to store palar pani, right? Then rooftop rainwater harvesting, how it is done and where it is practiced. So it is most commonly practiced in Shillong, Meghalaya. One thing about Meghalaya I want to tell you all is that there is Cherrapunji and Maisin Ram, right? Cherrapunji, you all should search about it, and Maisin Ram receives the highest rainfall in the world. You know, at the world level, they receive the highest rainfall. And Shillong is not too far from this area. Both of them are in Meghalayas. But still, Shillong faces acute shortage of water, and that is why it practices rooftop rainwater harvesting. Then there is an example of Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu has made rooftop rainwater harvesting structure compulsory, that is mandatory to all houses across the state. So it is a very good step towards the conservation of water resources, and it should be very well appreciated. Nearly 200 houses in Gildathur, Mysore have installed this system. So can you imagine? And Mysore has done exceptionally well in this region. So it has been rewarded with something very peculiar and one of its kind, is that it faces surplus of rainfall. So even after all the usage, all the drinking purposes and industrial purposes, the water still is left for, the water does not get finished, and after utilizing for each and every purpose, there is still much of water left. So it is a very exceptional reward that this agent only has because of its achievements. Called rainwater harvesting that it practices, it has done this achievement. Then there is activity for you all. Find out other rainwater harvesting system existing in and around your locality. So here you have to also take care few points in your mind. Maintenance, how that harvesting system is maintained. Is sewage not is sewage attached to it or not? So sewage should not be attached to it and everything and all, like only clean water is there only. So you have to check it all. It's planning, how well it was planned, right? So these are the few points that you all should be taking. Its design, right? So design also you should be taking care of it. Okay, so how it is designed and how frequently its utility. So these are the points, these are the factors that you should be keeping in your mind while discussing and doing this activity in and around your locality. This is your task, and keeping these notes into your mind, you should perform this activity. Right? Is it clear? Are you getting this? Alright. Then we are moving to a very different thing called bamboo drip irrigation system, and let's see, it's very interesting to know. A 200-year-old system of tapping stream and spring water by using bamboo pieces to transport water from hilltops to lower reaches. So like this is hilltops, and then through the help of bamboos, water reaches to several places, right? So it's like 18 to 20 liters of water. Okay, enters from is collected through these bamboo drip irrigation system, and from the external points and all total you can find 60 to 80 drops of water per minute. This might vary according to regions, but this is what that has been researched. It has used gravity in its form. Pipe position manipulates the flow of water. You can see that the water is flowing downwards and it is manipulated, right? It turns here, not there, just because of bamboo sticks or used over here. Channel sections and diversion units. So here it is getting divided. You all can see, and I think it's very pretty much clear with the diagram, but still I want you to look a video to get a hold of this bamboo drip irrigation system. All right. Moving towards the next slide. Collect information on how industries are polluting our water resources. So this activity is also to be done by you all, but I can help you with the pointers. First, they throw all the waste material directly, like throw spelling is this. Second is they do not do the wastewater treatment plant. They do not install it. Right? Third thing is proper care not taken. Right? Chemicals are also. So these are the points that you should keep in mind while elaborating the answer of this activity and while discussing this activity. I hope this is really clear. All the points are clear of this question, this activity. Right? Moving on to the next slide. question ones. So there are a few questions regarding the chapter, and that would help you give a conceptual clarity to this chapter. Classify each of the situation as suffering from water scarcity or not suffering from water scarcity. So when there is high annual rainfall, yes, I mean no scarcity, not suffering. So high annual rainfall and large population. This is very maybe and maybe not situation, but because of large population, because of unequal access to the resources and overutilization, overexploitation, yes, they might be suffering. High annual rainfall, but highly populated, yes, suffering. Low rainfall and low population, so but still they are not suffering, because population is also, demand is very low and supply is also low, then forms an equilibrium and you can just settle off. Which one of this is not an argument in favor of multi-purpose project? Multi-purpose project is, so in this question we have to discuss one which is an against of multi-purpose project. They generate electricity for industries and homes. It only favors a multi-purpose, so it is not the answer. By regulating water flow, they help to control floods. Not the answer, because we have to talk bad about multi-purpose projects here, right? So they bring water to areas which suffer from water scarcity. No, no. So in the statement, they're helping the people, right? But we have to draw the negative points. So they lead to large scale displacement, loss of livelihood. So yes, this is the answer. T. Second is your answer here. Identify the mistake and rewrite the sentences correctly. Multiplying urban centers with large and dense population and urban lifestyles have helped in proper utilization of water resources. Absolutely wrong. Because due to dense population, large population, what happens? Overutilization and unequal access. So I hope you all can do this by on your own. Multiplying urban centers with large and dense population and urban lifestyle have not helped in proper utilization of water resources due to, you can cite these two factors, right? Moving on to next. Identify the mistake and rewrite same question, but the statement is different. Regulating and damming of river does not affect the river's natural flow and its sediments flow. Regulating and damming of river does affect the river's natural flow and its sediment flow, and there is poor sediment quality. Right? We have already discussed, elaborated over this point. Kindly refer to previous slides to have a better conceptual clarity for this. Identify the mistake and rewrite the sentence correctly. In Gujarat, the Sabarmati Basin farmers were not agitated when higher priority was given to water supply in urban areas, particularly during droughts. No, absolutely wrong. In Gujarat, the Sabarmati Basin farmers were agitated when higher priority was given to water supply in urban areas, particularly due to droughts, which can be seen in Narmada Bachao Andolan. One such example was this only, and we have done it in detail, the case study. So do look at this Narmada Bachao Andolan. It is very important from the exam point of view. Identify the mistakes. Today in Rajasthan, the practice of rooftop rainwater harvesting has gained popularity despite high water availability due to the Indira Gandhi Canal. This is also wrong, because today in Rajasthan, the practice of rainwater harvesting has declined due to Indira Gandhi Canal, and this is very unfortunate. This case study is very unfortunate, but this is the correct answer, because they are now getting, and it is in Western Rajasthan, right? So because they are getting abundance of water, they are not very much focused on conserving this natural resource, and therefore they are not practicing rainwater harvesting because they really don't need it. They have enough water for their survival. Explain how water becomes a renewable resource. So this can be done through hydrological cycle, and I hope you all must be aware of water cycle. Evaporation, transpiration, condensation, okay, precipitation, right? This was some kind of you have to draw it, and then only the answer would be fulfilled. What is water scarcity and what are its main causes? We have already done it. Water scarcity is shortage of water, right? Main causes are overexploitation, unequal access, pollution. You can cite two or three more causes, but I hope this would be enough for your short answer type question. This only would come in short answers. So these points are enough. Compare the advantages and disadvantages of multi-purpose rain projects. We have done it in detail. We have done it in detail, right? So I think you all have a clarity over it. Disadvantages of multi-purpose project is displacement, aquatic life is hurt. Advantages, uh, your commercial crops are grown now, and drought areas are getting water now. So this is it. I hope it is clear. Are you getting it? All right. Discuss how rainwater harvesting in semi-arid regions of Rajasthan is carrying out. So we have talked about your tankas, rainwater harvesting, and all those stuff. So please refer to previous slide for it. You will get this. Right? Moving on. Describe how modern adaptation of traditional rainwater harvesting methods are being carried out to conserve and store water. We have talked about Tamil Nadu. We have talked about Mysore. We have talked about Shillong. Right? So these are the places and these are the example you have to cite over here. So do it. It can be discussed in long answer. So yeah, I hope today's video was very much clear, and this is all you have to learn about this water resources, and we have discussed the advantages and disadvantages of the multi-purpose projects. We have discussed rainwater harvesting and types of rainwater harvesting, right? So, and we have also talked about case studies of different states and how they conserve water. So in this way, we have learned a lot in this chapter, and we will be coming together for a quick revision in the next video. So hope to see you soon again in the next video. Thank you all.